My name is Heather Kenny and I'm a second year PhD student at the UCD Institute of Food and Health. My journey started in human nutrition in the UCD School of Agriculture and Food Science, and during my final year project there I got to work in the lab a little bit working with seaweed proteins, and I became really interested in alternative proteins. And then I suppose in my own life I was quite interested in sustainable fashion, second-hand fashion, and doing different kind of climate justice courses. So when the opportunity came up to do a PhD in alternative proteins, I really jumped at it. Our future food systems are facing major challenges. So with a growing global population and a growing global demand for meat production is expected to increase. And this already causes harmful effects on our environment, like greenhouse gas emissions, for example. So we really need to look for alternative sources of protein. So my research looks at how we can make cultured meat using Irish seaweed extracts and how they might support it structurally. I think cultured meat is a really new and emerging topic. So I really love the food technology side of my research, which is something I never really explored before, maybe in nutrition as my undergraduate degree. And the second thing I love related to the topic of cultured meat is the conversation around it and around this research. So people are really familiar with Irish seaweed and they love talking about it, but they're not as familiar with maybe cultured meat. So I love having conversations with people about it and just going back and forth and having chats. The impact of my research would be to add to the body of literature that's already out there and bring UCD into that space a little bit. And the second thing I think that my research will contribute to is potentially creating another use for Irish seaweed. So Irish seaweed is a food ingredient, but it's often not used to its maximum potential. So this might be another use for Irish seaweed. I've been part of the UCD community for several years, and I suppose I have a really nice network of friends here. You really need supportive friends and people to lead on when times get really tough. And I suppose at the Institute of Food and Health, social activities outside of the lab are really encouraged. I attend weekly lab meetings, and it's really nice to meet up with different researchers and celebrate achievements together and talk about our challenges as well.